What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day today, and I would like to say thank you for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. It means a lot to me, and I truly do appreciate it. Now, if you're enjoying the content and you wouldn't mind continuing to help support not only me but the channel as well, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button that's currently sitting underneath the video. It's free and it'll only take you a second, and make sure to hit that notifications bell to keep up with all of my Gotham Knights related content. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So today, our topic will be about why Batman being dead is a good thing and the standard that this can set for DC games going forward. So the entire premise behind Gotham Knights is that the Caped Crusader's luck has finally ran out. He's dead, and now his family has to step up to fill the void of being Gotham's protectors, because with Batman gone, Gotham will spiral without someone there to save her. Now, the receptions were great because the Batgirl and Robin versus Mr. Freeze was the very first gameplay that we have ever seen, and it was also the official announcement, the first announcement, right? But there were quite a few people who were confused as to why this game didn't or wasn't planning on including Batman in a playable capacity, seeing as how one of the first things that we saw related to the game before the actual announcement were teasers from the WB Games Montreal account. And the first one was I can put it up here on the screen. It was a post titled Captured the Night. And as time went on, we proceeded to get more teasers throughout various logos. Some of them were complete, some of them were not. Some of them were like multiple logos just flashing between one another of multiple groups like the Order of St. Dumas, the League, the Court of Owls, and more. Now, we have a game that includes both the Court and possibly the League of Assassins as well. It's just Batman ain't the main character or playable, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing, and I'm gonna explain why, because I say that for a reason. Batman fatigue is real. It's real. I know it and you know it. Batman shares the same problem that Spider-Man has with Marvel games, but to a bigger extent, because Marvel's catalog is bigger and more spaced out. With DC, however, that is not the case. Going all the way back to the late 1970s, I believe DC has a total of about 97 to 98 games total right now. That's current. That's including every game that we know about, and also the ones that are coming out in 2023 that are not released yet. And out of that number, Batman has 40 games in that entire list. And those are literally just counting the games where his name was in the title. It's not counting games like Injustice or Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, DC Online, none of that. Just the games with his name on the list. This man is everywhere, right? And the worst part are the rest periods in between. Back in the 90s, the man had at least one game every year, except for 92, 97, and 99. I won't even bring up the movies because that's a whole different topic, but my overall point here is that Batman has been carrying the weight of DC for years, and I understand why. People love him, and he's a walking money machine. You make something decent with him, and chances are you're bound to get back more money than you put in just off basic principle. History has proven that time and time again. But there are other games that have released that did well without the influence of Batman. And I'm gonna be honest, I just lied to you right there. Because the only game that I can think of is Teen Titans way back in 2006 when I was bumping that on GameCube. I love that game. But it just, like, that only further helps my point, right? It sets a precedent that no DC game can truly be itself or truly do well if Batman is not involved in some capacity, because the man is everywhere, right? I mean that. The only games that are currently coming out, right, that don't have a direct connection to Batman is Wonder Woman and The Wolf Among Us 2. Suicide Squad is set in the Arkhamverse, right? The same places. Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, my favorite one out of the series, in Arkham Knight. And the storylines and Easter eggs that never had a conclusion in Arkham Knight will be picked up and continued in that game. And that's okay, because Batman is not the main character. He's not the center focus, and he's definitely not the center focus in Gotham Knights. It's the team, Nightwing, Robin, Red Hood, Batgirl. No, this game is about them. It's about their lives, right? Hopefully, the success of these games will show DC that we want games where Batman isn't the main character. Give us a Shazam type game where we're dealing with the fallout of a war between gods. Give us a Flash game with Until Dawn type vibes. Still an action adventure game, but with multiple endings and outcomes that you can influence by choosing on if whether or not you want to change the timeline or even just other various actions that you can do as a speedster. Give us a AAA Young Justice multiplayer video game. I don't even need to tell y'all how much money that game would make. Give us a AAA Static Shock open world action adventure video game. Y'all saw how Spider-Man, y'all saw how Miles Morales did. Just imagine how well Static Shock will sell. And that's exactly my point. Again, the precedent. If Batman is not involved in some way, shape, or form, it seems like DC doesn't believe that the game can truly do well on its own. And the amount of money that could be made off of choosing to venture into a universe that's literally chock filled to the brim of other characters that people love, like, admire, and adore. And goddamn it, not just people from Gotham City could go amazingly well with enough time, support, and care. And that's honestly why I'm happy Batman is dead. Hopefully Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, and Wonder Woman can set the bar for the new generation going forward. We like Batman, we do, but we want games with new people in new places. We don't want to be chasing around the Joker trying to stop his new villainous plot of the week, year after year after year after year after year. Like, that gets tiring. Now, I'm gonna be honest, there are some people that might disagree with me, and to that I would say you are a part of the problem. And I'm being 100% honest when I mean that. Like, no disrespect, but you are honestly a part of the problem. It's the reason why we can never get games with different characters, or why we can get anything else. Like, for example, one of the games that's supposedly supposed to be in development, I've said that word too many times, is Injustice 3. I can literally name 5 games as of right now that everyone else would rather want rather than Injustice 3. Because my whole thing about fighting games, if you're not making content, or if you're not like playing ranked competitively or FGC player, that game won't make it outside 2 weeks for you. You'll play it non-stop, it'll go to you barely touching it, unless you're playing with your friends, and they're not even in. It's just like, again, that's how it is. Nobody wants Injustice 3. We don't want another Batman centered, like, focus game, at least no time soon. Give us something different. The Suicide Squad, you guys have no idea how much of a fresh breath of air that game is going to be, and I'm going to go absolutely nuts on that goddamn game. I can promise you that. But just to round everything out and come to a close, yes, I stand firmly on my belief. Batman being dead is good. If he does come back and Gotham Knights, I hope he's not playable. Leave him right where he is. Leave him as like Alfred, like a voice in the ear. Because if you do, I've said this too many times, but it will just further prove my point. Unless Batman is involved in some capacity, y'all are very scared your games won't do well. And I promise you that it's not the case. Give us any other games that I just named on this list. Or hell, give us a Superman game, which people have been asking for years. And I promise you, you will do well and you will reap the benefits. Now, with that being said, this video is coming to a close. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought, if whether or not you agreed or disagreed with me. Let's start a dialogue. And again, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you can stay up to date with all of my Gotham Knights related content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.
Trying to do it big, trying to live life. Pull it to the club with the bottles on ice. Be the back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste, no social light. Trying to do it big, trying to live life. Pull it to the club with the bottles on ice. Be the back end by the end of the night. I'm an artiste, no social light.